Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emelifon Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we want to talk about one of the major reasons your catfishes die. Now, what we're talking about today is if you have 100 times your catfishes die, this singular reason causes 97% of the time. So it is very critical and it's very crucial that you understand why and how it makes your catfish die. Now, if you're having any problem whatsoever in your farm, all you need to do is do a video of this problem and send it to 081 353 48909. So when I look at this video and look at the problems in your farm, I will be able to solve it for you free of charge. When sending this video, you can add an audio clip of your explanation of what's going on in the farm, so that gives me an idea of the problem I will help you to tackle. Remember, it's free of charge. Okay, so sit back, relax. I'll be right back to discuss this. Welcome back. So like I said, we're discussing one of the major reasons your catfishes die, and that very major reason is overstocking. Now I'm going to break this thing down, so try and understand what I'm coming from. Now look at this video. Okay, now if you watched what I just showed you now, this particular tank is supposed to take 50 juveniles from your juvenile stage to your 1 kg and above. If it takes less than 50, it gives even a better result. But for some reasons, many people overstock this pond. Now, let me explain to you why overstocking would cause trouble. But the main word here is what kills your catfishes most is contamination. But that contamination comes from overstocking. So this is what I want to explain to you. Why I said this is that many people will just hear overstocking, they go. You don't even know what exactly I have said in the video. And when you're having problems, you can't even trace it back, because people come to tell me what I did not say and I laugh at them. Because whatever I say on my videos, I know it. It's not like I'm reading anywhere. So these are facts. So whenever you twist it, I always give you the same line that I used in the video. So the main thing that actually causes problem and kills your catfishes most is contamination. But this contamination is most times from overstocking. That's why I played the video. So this pond is supposed to take 50 fishes, from juvenile to 1 kg and above. If you stock less than 50 fishes, your fishes will even be bigger and meet up target for time. But this particular one you're watching now, the owner stocked 2,000 in this, and within a couple of days he lost 500, having only 1.5. Now I will show you another thing. So watch this. This is part of what he showed me. So this thing you saw now is like a mucous membrane that he sees this anytime he's discharging the water. So this clogs the discharge point of his pond. So he showed me this. So at first when I saw this, I was wondering what's this. But now remember that your fishes have slimy body, right? So that slimy body, when the fishes are too much in a place and all these things come out at the same time to leave an exit point, they are going to clog. So when they clog, you see it like this, you get. So now, how is contamination a threat to your catfish? So contamination simply means when something is distorted from what is supposed to be, like the water in your catfish pond, instead of being clean, it's now distorted and it's now dirty and have particles, or it have agents that can lead to death of the fish. Sometimes it contains higher ammonia concentration, which is from the urine that these fishes pass through, or the feces that they drop inside the water. So all these things, they clog together and raise the ammonia content of the water. And this same catfish is living inside this water, takes these things, they drink it, this water, and when they drink it, this is already a contaminated water. So when you drink it, when the catfishes drink it, it goes into the system and then goes there and affects most of their internal organs, making them weak, making the blood system not to be able to fight to these impurities. And what happens is that these impurities bring them down. That's why they die. You know, it's just like when a human being has a virus infection and it's not treated on time, so it affects your white blood cell, which can no longer fight against these things, makes you weak, and the next thing is the person is gone. So the same thing, any living thing is same thing. So you have to avoid anything contamination. It's very dangerous. So when you overstock, just like the video I showed you, this is the high rising overstocking. We have people that stock 150 in this same pond and have the same issue, even 100 and have the same issue. So the reason is that the fishes are more than what they are supposed to be in a limited space. So each of these fish always pass out feces. They always pass out waste from their system. So when they pass out waste, this waste actually falls inside this water. Now, if you imagine this quantity, taking in this water that this waste has been put in. So imagine it becomes toxic to them. So it's now toxic. It's no longer the normal clean water they are supposed to be taking. So that's why when I talk overstocking, it's not really like I don't want people to stock much in a container. It's not really any of my business if you overstock. No. But I'm just trying to help you to prevent the loss that will come from this simple mistake. So one of your major problems in any catfish pond is overstocking, because this overstocking is going to lead to contamination of the water that these catfishes take. And when this thing happens, it's when they now drink this water that is contaminated, it's going to affect their internal organ. And once it affects their internal organ, they start dying in numbers. So now you have known that this is a problem. But then again, how do we solve this problem so that most people don't have this problem? Now, the easiest way to solve this problem is, first of all, you as a catfish farmer, do not be greedy. Remove greed from your ideas. Whatever you are thinking, understand that every other person is still thinking the same thing, doing that business. So don't ever, want to overstock. Like the pond I showed you, look at the size of this pond. So imagine you as a catfish farmer, you can actually take a tape and measure your catfish. When you measure your catfish, even that small one, measure it, multiply that number, then use that number that you got as your total, measure it in the four corners of that pond. So take the four corners of that pond and the number that you have. Do you think that the two can fit together? Example, when you measure one and maybe the one of the catfish is measuring 1 centimeter, you multiply 1 by 2,000, so you have 2,000 centimeter. If you measure the length, the breadth of this pond, the four corners of this pond, is it up to 500 centimeter when you measure it with a straight tape? So you can imagine fitting 2,000 into it. A common sense will tell you that this will not work. So you have to understand this. Now, if you are having, like I always say, when the major issue here is reduce that idea of, oh, if I stock this, I make this money, come down. You have to do everything with what is possible. Ask other people that are doing it. Go and see what they are doing it. Measure their own and look for people that are having success. Don't take advice from somebody that is starting like you. That's a very wrong advice. A blind man cannot lead a blind man. No, a blind man will need somebody that is seen. So if I'm starting my catfish farm and you are starting your catfish farm, we are starting the same time, we share ideas. Also cross that your idea with somebody who is doing it before you and is having success. Or simply come to this channel and ask questions. I have answered every question that I see on this channel. Just ask me the question. I will also put you through. Some other people also contribute whenever people ask questions. We can put you through, and we are doing it free of charge. For instance, if you want to stock and you already have the idea of how many you want to stock, you don't know how many will enter your pond, all you simply need to do is send me a message on 081-353-48909 asking me that, hey, I want to stock this number of fish. What size of pond will I use? Or I bought this size of pond, the length, the breadth, and the depth. Please, how many can I stock into it to 1 kg and above, or whatever you want to do? Send me these questions. I will be able to answer you. So if you do this, it prevents you from coming down to this kind of losses that you will just envisage. Because if you multiply 500 by like 65 bucks. That's a whole lot of money that have just gone down. For what? For being greedy. Then another thing you have to understand is that when you overstock and this crisis start happening, the immediate action you can take is not drugs. Whenever anybody tell you that it's drugs, they lie. The immediate action you can take is source for another pond and reduce the number in that pond. When you reduce it, make sure that the water in these ponds are up to 3 feet high. If you do this within 24 hours, there will be stabilization in your pond. It works like magic, but it's not magic. It's because you've done what you are supposed to do. But the problem is many people always have this idea that if it happens, I will give them drug, they will be okay. There's nothing like drug here. It's not about drug. Just do the right thing and your fishes will get back normal. Because once you provide them another pond, it eases the stress already in the pond. Then they will now stop taking this dirty water and they're now okay. And again, if anybody tells you that if this is happening, then oh, don't mind that guy, what you do is start changing your water every day. That is increasing the stress level of the fishes. And in this situation, when you increase their stress level, what's going to happen is that the mortality rate will go high, because already now the fishes are having contamination issue. So because they're having contamination issue, you now start changing water every day. So each time you change water, these fishes are stressed out. You change the water every day. Already their system is infected. What is going to happen is that you're going to have a spike in the number of deaths that you see every day. So there's no point doing that. The easiest way, like I said, is get another pond, divide the number into these things. Once you reduce it, they will now start getting okay. They reduce this further to what is supposed to be, and they will stop dying entirely. So this is how you solve this problem. And anytime you're having any issue of contamination in your pond, always think of, did I overstock my pond? Ask questions, did I overstock my pond? And if it is true, your immediate action to solving your overstocking problem is to reduce the number of fishes you have in that pond. Once this is done, immediately you see your results. So this is how, and this is what is the major reason why people have problem in their catfish farm, why the catfishes keep dying in their farm. This is one of the major reasons, and again, this is one of the major solutions to that problem. We'll discuss more on why people see their fishes dying every time and the immediate solution they can take in our next episode. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emelefon Oge of Leron's Farm. Remember, if you're having any challenge, do a video, do a voice note on it and send it to 081-353-48909, and I will solve this problem for you free of charge. Until I come your way next time, keep farming. It's a way of life.